guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Jessica, and in this video I'm going to show you how to macrame a fruit hammock. Before I get started on that, I'd like to ask if you'd please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's get started.
So the first step is to measure the width and the depth of the area that you'll hang your hammock. I believe my area was 20 inches by 11 inches, and then you'll cut your cords around 8 times the width of the space under your cabinet. Normally it would be 4 times, but since we'll be using the lark's head knot, we'll need to double that. Now that you've got your cords cut to length, you'll fold them in half and lay them over your dowel, and then that folded part you'll pull behind and you'll grab those hanging strands all the way through that loop. And I'm kind of out of frame here, so I'll go through that with you again. Where you fold your cord, you'll hang that over the dowel, bring it around the back and grab those strands that are hanging and pull them all the way through. And once you've pulled them all the way through, you'll tighten them up on the dowel. And then you'll just repeat this all the way through until you've got all 10 cords on your dowel. Now that I have all of the cords on my dowel, I'm going to use some masking tape to tape the dowel to the table so it's easier to work with the square knots. So now we're going to work on our square knots, and what we're going to do, we're going to have these 4 cords right here, and the cord on the left is going to go over the 2 in the middle, and then that cord on the right will lay down straight across that one you pulled from the left, and basically making the number 4. And then you're going to take that right cord and it's going to go under your middle and through the loop you created with the right or the left cord. You're going to pull that all the way through, and that's going to be the first part of your square knot. And you'll kind of just tighten it up to the distance that you want. And this is pretty much a good distance for what we're creating. And now we're going to finish that square knot by creating basically a backwards 4. So the right cord is going to lay over the middle 2, and that left cord is going to lay over that right cord. And then you're going to pull it up behind the middle cords and through the loop of the right cord. And tighten it up to the first part. And you can tighten it pretty good. And then you're going to move on to your next group of 4 cords. And we're really just going to do this all the way across for all 5 groups. And I'm going to show you another time here, pretty slow, basically creating that number 4. And then you're going to work that string, that right string, up behind the middle strings and through that left loop. And you're going to bring that up to the same level as the first one. And then we're going to move on and do the backwards 4. with the right cord over the middle cords, the left cord over the right, and then under the middle through the loop you created. And now you're just going to tighten it up again. From here, you're going to work your way across the rest of this row, and once you've finished, we'll meet back around at the beginning of the row and I'll show you what to do at that point. For the second row, what you're going to do is you're going to leave the left 2 cords out and the right 2 cords of the second set there. So you're just going to use those middle 4 cords. And you're basically going to do the exact same thing, creating a square knot, making that number 4, left over the center, right cord under the center and the left loop. And you're going to tighten it up to the same place as your first row, and you're going to do the backwards 4. That right cord is going to lay over the middle cords, the left cord is over the right and under the middle cords, and then you're going to tighten that square knot up, and you'll do the same thing for the remainder of this row. Now starting this third row, it's going to be a little different because you'll notice those 2 cords that we left out are going to be a little bit longer. But you're going to do basically the same thing. You're going to create a square knot and you'll leave the distance from those right 2 cords the same that you've been doing all along. But those left 2 cords will obviously be a little bit longer. And then you'll just finish by making a square knot, and you'll do the exact same thing the rest of the way across the row. From now on, you'll be repeating the exact same pattern that you have done in the rows 1 through 3 for the rest of the project.
like a bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see from up here.
Now you'll pull your measuring tape out just to make sure that you've made this long enough. And if so, we'll start putting the end of the hammock onto the dowel. And the way that we're going to do this is by doing a double half hitch knot. And this is kind of hard to explain, so it may be something that you have to watch over a few times before you can get it. But so you'll take the cord and you'll flip it around to the left and flip it around again to the left, and then pull tight. And once again, you'll take it, flip it around, pull it to the left, flip it around again, and pull it in between to the left and tighten it. And you'll do that with each cord all the way across the dowel.
Truth around you, from a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
So for some reason, I'm not sure why, but I didn't fray the ends on the bottom of that just yet. I switched over to the top to show you how to add cord so that we can fray the top as well. So what I've done is I flipped it over and I've taped it down with some masking tape. And I've got some cord here, and I'm just going to use this to put some frayed ends on this top part so that both ends have frayed cord. So the way I'm doing this is I'm doing a underneath lark's head knot. And so instead of the way we did it in the beginning with going from the front and going around the back, this time we're going to go from the back around the front. And you're just going to cut these to length, and you're going to go all the way across the dowel in between each lark's head knot from the very beginning that you had made. Once you've added all the cords across the dowel, you're going to twist them in the opposite direction that they're originally twisted so that you can undo the strands. Makes it easier to fray this way. And you'll do that all the way across. Now you're taking the dog brush and you're gonna with the wired end, you're going to comb through and cut them to length. Now we're going to flip it over back to the bottom, and we're going to do the same thing to those strings or cord. We're going to cut those to just a shorter length, not to the length that they're going to be at the end, just short enough to where it'll be easier to fray it. And then you'll fray those by untwisting the cord and then running the dog brush through them with the wired side of the dog brush, and then you'll cut them to length, and then you're done.
I hope you guys like this video. If you have any questions or if you have any suggestions on something you'd like to see me DIY in the next video, please leave them in the comments below. Also, once again, I'd like to ask if you'd please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.